dear judges, teachers and friends. I would like to bid you a warm welcome to my speech today entitled Mental Illness Among Students. Nowadays, mental illness is a very common topic in our life, and it has increased day by day, especially among students. According to data research, schools are a place where students find themselves struggling with mental illnesses. Recent finding the estimate of prevalence of mental illness among student disorder is at 70.1%, panic disorder at 4.1%, and generalized anxiety disorder at 7%. People tend to think of mental illness as something that happened to someone else. It doesn't affect me. I'm not an insane person. There are multiple aspects of mental health, from serious disorder like schizophrenia or bipolar disorder to anxiety, mild depression, eating disorder, or substance abuse. Young people often refuse that they had suffered from a disorder, partly due to insufficient knowledge or partly due to fear of negative reaction from their peers. The truth is that among students, eating disorder, anxiety, and depression are extremely common. People tend to know about mental illness, but the big question is, do we really know what is exactly mental illness and what causes it from happening? Mental illness in adult sense includes anxiety, mood, attention, and behavior disorders. Mental distress among students has been associated with several factors such as gender inequality. For example, female students reported higher levels compared to males. Lack of interest in the field of study, not having close friends, never attending religious programs, conflict with friends, financial problems, family problems, family history of mental illness, lack of break or vacation, limited social supports, examination schools' very tight schedules, and lack of extracurricular activities around the school. To be honest, there are so many factors of mental illness that start from school, which is a very serious problem for students. Irritability, feeling constantly tired or on edge, headaches, mood swings, or insomnia are common signs that something wrong is going on and cannot be ignored. The biggest reason or factor for mental illness crisis among students is because deterioration of examination marks. Exams have always been stressful, and I'm sure in every generation there have always been a section of the population who has not coped very well with the stress, but it does feel like a bigger problem. More pressure from schools as they are judged on their results, more pressure from parents as they are feared. Life is not as easy to get a job as it was for them, and they want more for their kids. More pressure from the media, government, society, the list goes on. As a proof, in 2015, one of a student from Malaysia has committed suicide after taking an examination because of too much pressure, and he or she was too scared by not getting a good results. In fact, Suicide is now a second-leading cause of death among students. Given these figures, it's clear that we need to prioritize suicide prevention. Most suicidal attempts are caused by mental health issues, but many people are not aware of it. In my opinion, the community stigma is one of the reasons of the tendency for students to have mental illness because of lack of awareness or education, and they avoid seeking treatment due to concerns of being treated differently and fears of losing their livelihood. That's because stigma, prejudice, and discrimination against the people with mental illness are still very much a problem. Among all the problems, the survey has stated that the biggest reason that pushed them to the brink was by not having a happy family. So, what can teenagers do? A student should always find a person they can trust to or talk to when they face any problems to relieve their stress and burdens. If a parent or a teacher is someone you cannot open up to, considering talking to a peers counselor as they are trained to listen to their peers' problems. Mental illness and suicide is not something you can tackle in one day. It needs cooperation from various parties like teachers, parents, peers, and the student themselves. It is time for us to be more caring about people around us and lend them our ears when they need them. This is to show that we care and we love them. In conclusion, we together must speak up about how important to spread awareness about mental illness so that students can enjoy and appreciate their lives without worrying about unnecessary things. Lastly, I would like to thank to my teacher for having faith on me to deliver this speech today. And a very big thank you to everybody for helping me out and supporting me to take part in this competition.